Fifth decision phase, acting on your plan.
How to homestead, 4 decision phases. Your success is based more on your determination and decisions than in your current skill set.
We're at episode 10 in this How to Homestead series. Acting on your plan. You've assessed your homesteading goals and motivation. You've assessed yourself and your situation. You've gone through a process of learning and information gathering, and you're continuing to do so. And you've put together a big picture plan of action. Now's the time to start acting on that plan. You have a plan in progress, a big picture vision of your homestead. It's time to act, but don't neglect continuing to learn and refine and hone that vision. Work on the plan. Often revisit your goals and motivations. The following steps on acting on your plan are not in sequence. In fact, it's probably best if they're done parallel or a little bit of this, a little bit of that sort of situation. But don't neglect the big issues. Keep them in mind, but sometimes they may take a while for everything to gel and those to be resolved. Number 1, continue preparation. 1, act on simplification. Reduce your junk. Get rid of your excess. Also think about what wastes your time, because it takes time to study and learn and grow and take care of these issues. Act on your health. If you're sad, if you're on the standard American diet, SAD, S-A-D, take care of your health. Learn to eat right. Get away from the fatty foods, the sweets, all these things that are detriment to your health. Get on an exercise program. If you're really serious about getting a homestead, you want to have the health in order to do it. It's the only body you have. Take care of it. Follow your debt reduction savings plan as applicable. Continue learning about the elements of your plan, alternatives to it as well. Always keep those in mind. Number 2, the income issue as applicable. It's not applicable to everyone, but most of us have that issue. If generating an income is an issue, then start trying out different alternatives. How else can you earn money on or near where you wish to homestead? It's best if you can try out these options while you still have your current job. Being optimistic is good about the prospects, but keep it realistic. Don't just think you're going to jump out into something that's all going to work out. People want to, I'm going to jump into an email business, or let's have a channel on YouTube and we'll make all this money from it. It's happened for a few people, but generally it's very difficult to make that work out, to make enough money to help you with your homestead. So test the ground before you jump. Otherwise, you may find you're jumping into just some quicksand, and it could really set your homestead ideas back quite a bit. So think of what you're doing there. Schooling issue is applicable. Of course, there's many avenues here. If you're considering the homeschooling route, test it out. Go visit someone that's homeschooling. Go help out in a homeschool situation. Start putting together lesson plans. Start learning what it takes. Get yourself prepared for that. If you want to go down that route, there's plenty of people that are homeschooling. Go find out what they're doing. What needs to be done? What's the difficult parts to overcome? Work on that. Take action. If you're going the public school or the church school route, or I could say private schools, identify how you want to use these and what's available in the areas that you're looking at. Number 4, skill development. Start developing your skills towards the homestead. Now, caution is that this is like the fun part. Well, at least for those of us that love to build and stuff, this is like the fun part. I love tinkering on things. I hate to have to be in a rush on it, but I love tinkering on and working on projects. So the problem here is that you can get so involved with that you don't take care of the issues like the debt reduction problem and the job situation. Those bigger issues, be sure you're not neglecting them to chase after this. It's best if you can develop your skills while you're addressing those issues on your list, while you're preparing for the homestead. For example, develop your organizing skills by, let's say, decrapify your place. Toss stuff out, clean up, organize, box things up, organize it all. Get it ready to go at a moment's notice. Start preparing and eliminating what you don't need. Now, think about the things you might need on a homestead. I think there were a few things I got rid of that really I could have used on a homestead, because I was just thinking of downsizing, and I wasn't thinking in the homestead orientation. So keep that in mind. Construction. You can hone some construction skills in getting your place ready to sell or vacate if you're in a rental place. You still need to clean it up and be sure you get your security deposit back. In any case, that's not much construction skills. But you could build organizing totes, and you could build items to help you put your stuff together and store it, and things that you could use on the homestead. So you want to be able to create things that are going to help you both ways. Learn to organize, but also help you in getting prepared for the homestead. Mechanical. You can develop those skills. Work on your cars. Get them in proper condition. Work on any equipment you've got. Chainsaws, other tools you already have. You can start getting them cleaned up, set up, and in tip-top shape. Because once you get in a homestead, you're not going to have to fart with that. You've got too many other things to do. Build or otherwise make ready things you're going to need on the homestead. Everything from a bench, a workbench to work on things, a table for a table saw situation. Buying and fixing up used wood cutting tools, different items. That can be a whole thing in itself, starting to get prepared with some of the tools you're going to need. If you've been learning about homesteading and you have an idea, if you're going to heat your house with wood, you're going to need some tools to take care of the wood. Everything from cutting down limbs to splitting the wood and getting it prepared. So you want to have those tools in place. Now consider, in many of these homesteading categories, either finding a mentor. There's many homesteaders out there. Finding a mentor, or taking classes. So you can take classes on canning, you can take classes on, many things that could help you with homesteading, as well as construction, mechanical work. You can take classes on that. And find a way to get hands-on experience as much as you can. Book learning, well, for me anyway, it dissipates about as soon as I'm finished reading it. I really need to get my hands in there before it sinks into this thick skull of mine. Procurement. I'm kind of almost afraid to even mention that one. Because most of us tend to do this automatically. We just start collecting stuff up, sometimes more than we need, or the wrong things, or... Sorry, I'm looking way over here. I got some sparrows that are coming. They're over pretty close to me. They're really cute. Get a lot of them coming. It's a little warmer here on the porch. And one of the problems with the procurement is, you may be procuring things and, oh yeah, you're getting ready for the homestead, but now you're putting yourself into debt. So... a lot of caution, a lot of caution's necessary there. There are tools you will need on the homestead, and it's usually cheaper if you can buy them at a time when the market's in the right place, or if you're looking for used tools when they become available. Sometimes winter times, many of the tools people think of in the spring and summer, you can get them in the fall or winter cheaper. Consider the really necessary items. Axe, chainsaw, construction tools, etc., a table saw, and then try to find these used. Bargains at garage sales, Craigslist, eBay, etc. Find good deals. While we were waiting to find the proper homestead, I not only purchased a truck, I actually purchased a tractor, put it in storage, because our vision was pretty well honed as to what we were looking for, and had the ability to realize. So we find a used truck at a great price, find a tractor, just was an amazing deal. It's just, God just handed these things to us. It was just great. We'd study and look at it, and then, God would open the doors and make things work out. But we found so many different things we needed. It was, like I say, the truck, the tractor, a stove. We found a gas stove that we're going to use in the kitchen. Axes we needed, chainsaws. We got all this stuff ready, so when we moved into a place, I had that stuff ready to go. I didn't have to go out and search for it, and I wasn't lacking the capital when I got into a place. You could get into a place and not have enough capital in to buy the tools you need to sustain that place. That would be a problem too. So consider those items, Be careful and cautious about what you spend. Try to find them used. You can really find some great deals. I say for us, God opened the doors for a lot of great deals on things. Praise God. Number 5, honing your plan even more. You've got that big picture plan, that vision, you've honed it, but you got to keep honing that vision. You got to keep working on that vision. When the plan is fully honed and sharp, I mean, you could feel, it should be as if you could reach out and touch it, like it is so close to you that you just know it inside and out. You can see it, you can feel it. Now, this helps motivate you. It also helps you focus your attention on where you need to focus your attention to get those issues resolved to go forward with your homestead plan. A sharp plan gives you a focus that provides the motivation that helps you cut through the issues. Finally, the big day comes when your homestead plans are going to be realized. You can go out and get that homestead, or you can start putting things together. Hallelujah! Then you take a relentless step forward into homesteading. You've got everything in place, you've dealt with the issues, you've got the financial sides and everything addressed. You take that step. Now, the small issues, don't assume you're going to get all the small issues out of the way before you leave. But the major issues, money, where your kids go to school, dealing with those items, the finances, that's important. A job, yeah, that's important. Take care of the big issues, but don't assume you're going to get every single little issue taken care of. Some of those you may have to learn and address as you go. Thank you for joining us today on the last of this Homestead How-To series. Don't miss our next video discussing our homesteading journey from the perspective of our 5-year homesteading anniversary. We appreciate your comments, so please comment. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. RH here. Please join us on the next video. Hasta la Proyecto.